You see a program on the screen. This is the same program as you saw in the at the end of the previous video. But in that video, I show you again the same. In that video, here you see this is the output. This is the output, and you see there are four options. There are four options in it. You see, create the queue, insert an element, delete an element, exit the program. And in the previous video, you see that first option was working well. That is option number one. Here I placed one. You see here I placed one. Now I press the key enter. It says enter the data. So I am entering 12. Thereafter 56. You can take any number. Thereafter 90. This will go for infinite number of times, but a user cannot stand with this program forever. So suppose end I terminate this list. So according to our program, I have to insert -1. I have inserted. Now I press the key enter, and you see this. Now this time you see 12, 56, 90, but there is no -1. If you have seen the previous video, in that there was -1 at the end, and this that was quite irritating. So we got rid of that irritating thing. Now let us check whether our option number 2, insert an element. Here you see three elements, 12, 56, 90. So insertion means if you enter a number, then that number must go at the end, here somewhere at this place. I am showing with this with the arrow, you see. So let us check. So insert an element is the option number 2. So here first I have to place 2 and entered, and it says enter the data. So you see 90 at the end. Earlier it was 90. Now I am placing there 100. I placed, and now you see, obviously you see 100 has come at the end. So this option number 2, insert an element, is working well. Now let us check the option number 3. In 3 you see delete an element, and deletion is done from the front part. So this 12 must go away. So after pressing the key enter, there should be 56, 90 and 100. There we should not see this 12. So I press the key enter, and you see the same thing. Here you see 56, 90, 100. Okay. Now we check 12 has gone. You see earlier there was 12 at the first place, but now it is 56 at the first place because the front data has gone. So the second data is now the first data. Now the option number 4, I place 4 here, exit the program. So this program should terminate, and you see this program has terminated. Okay. So this is the output and the modified program you saw in the previous video. That program was raw program. Raw means program was almost complete, but there was certain modification to be made so that all the options may work properly. And here what is the difference between the two program, the program in the previous video and this program? The only difference is here. You see, I have added a C statement. You see the statement here. This addition has been made by me and the remaining thing are the same. And if you want to modify further, you can modify. Still, we can modify this. And those modifications are necessary because I tell you what is the reason that I say that still this program should be modified, should be made more more uh, you may say better. We may make this program better. How can this program be made better, and why? What is the reason? I show you the reason behind this. Here you see, you know, a learner, a C program learner knows that first queue is created. Thereafter, insertion and deletion is done. But a person who does not know anything about C, he can choose option number 2. You know that first queue is created, thereafter insertion and deletions are done, but a new person who does not know anything about C, anything about queue, he can enter option number 2. Here see, without creating the queue, he may enter choice 2, and in that case, you know, there is no queue, so there would be some error. I saw. Here you see, here it is not giving any output, you see. And here the return value, you see, this is the return value. This means that the program has an error or many error. So to so surely this program should be modified. Okay, a program can be modified many times, can be made more and more beautiful. This depends upon our C knowledge, and here I try to make it more beautiful. And here, since the user has entered the choice number 2 initially, you know that we should not take the choice number 2 without creating the queue. But if someone selects the choice number 2 initially, then for that we have to take something, we have to modify something. Here I take, for example, here I take choice number 2. You know, choice number 2 means insert an element. You see here, here you see, here you see insert an element. So there is no queue, so there should be a message that first create a queue. And for that, we here is our insert function. You see insert function here, and here I type a message here. If a star first equals to null, and then there will be a message, and that message will be printf. You know, we show a message with the help of printf function, and here the message will be first create the queue, create the queue. This will be the message. So I run this program again and check whether it is working or not. here. Okay, I had placed asterisk there, so it was showing an error. Now let us check. I again put the same choice number 2. For the first time I take choice number 2, so it should show a message. Okay, you see the same. First create the queue, but here you see return value. This means that still we have an error. I remove that error, and for that this was our program. Let me reduce the size. Okay, and since the return value was not a small number, so I further modify. This way a programmer writes a program, and here you see I take exit function, exit, and this time this exit is for the third time. In this program you see this exit third time. I take below, and here will be the semicolon, and here closing curly bracket. So now it should not show the return value a large number. I again show, I again place the option 2, and here I magnify so that you can see the screen properly, and 2. Here I place 2, 2. You see I have placed 2. Now I am entering the, I am pressing the key enter, and you see this time first create the queue. The message is clear, and now return value is not a large number. This 3 is because currently I have typed exit function for the third time, so accordingly you see here 3. So this is not the error, remember. And let us check this program again. Since I have modified, so I should check the early, for the initial output. That is, first I take the option number 1, and thereafter I take some data 46 minus 1, and here you see our linked list is containing, sorry, queue containing 23 and 46. Okay, now and I choose option number 2, that is I insert an element, and here, okay, sorry, I have by mistake I have taken option number 3, delete an element. So one element from the front, that is 23, has been deleted, so it remains only 46. Okay, no matter. Now I take option number 2. Okay, option number 2. So option number 2, you see that this is for the insertion, and here it says enter the data, so I enter 92. Earlier there was only one element 46. Now I am entering the second data, and I press the key enter, and you see, you can check, okay, it is working. 46, 92. Earlier you see there was only one element, now it is two, because I have inserted one more element into the queue, so it is working. So is in such a way one can make a program um, more and more attractive. So now we have done the work for the second option, that is if a person enters the option number 2 for the first time, but here still we have to make it more attractive, because there is a possibility that the user may enter option number 3 initially. So for that, suppose I run the option I run the same program, but this time I directly choose option number 3, delete an element, and you know that if I take initially 3, here I take 3, I have taken 3, you see, this means that I have to delete an element, but you know I have not created the queue, then there is no question of deleting an element, there is no queue. First, the queue should exist, only then we can insert or delete, and I press the key enter, and this time also you see an error, because the you see returned value is very large. So for this option I have to make modification. So I am going to make again a modification, and option number 3 is for the deletion, and here is the del q function, and inside this I use the same thing, this thing. I copy this thing and paste there. I have copied, and now I am pasting the same inside the del q function also, and here I paste. But this time the exit function has been retained for the fourth time, so I take here 4. So if you enter option number 3 for initially, then return value will be 4. I show you. Here we go. Here I execute. Okay, now I take option number 3, because in option number 3 there is an option of deletion. So 3, and here you see, first create the queue, because if you have a queue, only then you can delete, and you see that returned value is 4. What was retained inside the exit function. So the this program has become more attractive, more beautiful, but still I say that any program can be made better and better, and you can make it even better. So go ahead, see the options in a haphazard manner. First for you cannot use 4, because if you use 4, then the program will be terminated. So take different sequence in option number 1 2 3, and see that your program is working well in every situation or not. There should not be any error. This such type of modifications are made to make the program user friendly. So okay, thanks for now. We will see in the next video the next topic, and I think that topic will be circular linked list or doubly linked list. One of these two we will see, we will understand. Okay, thanks for now.